Rule 134 of the Highway Code states, you should follow the signs and road markings and get into lane as directed. In congested road conditions, do not change lanes unnecessarily. Merging in turn is recommended, but only if safe and appropriate when vehicles are travelling at a very low speed. Example, when approaching roadworks or a road traffic incident. It is not recommended at high speed. So I think this situation is perfect for a merge and turn. We're not being directed into one lane or the other, and the traffic's definitely slow moving. Please excuse some of this footage from a Tesla, because when the clips end and actually join to the next clip, there's little bits missing, so it can be a little bit glitchy at times, but you'll get the idea. This footage was filmed in Halesowen, near Birmingham in the UK. And my viewer was driving on Manor Way. Nothing really happens for a little while, so I'll speed the clip up and get to the bits that are of interest. All the traffic seems quite happy, queuing in both lanes. Now we're back at normal speed, we're going to concentrate on the front view and particularly what's behind the lorry. It's this lorry here that I'm talking about, and what we're actually looking for is a black BMW that's just sat in behind, and when the lorry starts to fit into the left lane, the black BMW does the same. And what we can take from this is the black BMW did not start to queue into the left lane as soon as the queue started. It's been in this lane too for a while, and there it is up at the top. Even though the other vehicles are getting across into lane 1, there's still nothing to tell us we have to. So, my take on this is use all the road space and go up to the front. This is exactly what my viewer does. But watch the BMW now. It's a police car and it's just put its blue lights on. They're not showing now, but was that for my camera? I do think the police officer gave himself some thinking time, because it was a few moments before he actually changed lanes, followed and put his blues on. But hang on a minute, why is he challenging someone who's doing as the highway code suggests? Well, this is where I'm always going to take a subjective view. As there is no audio, I cannot be categoric that this was exactly what the police officer challenged and stopped my viewer for. It could have been a car defect for all I know. However, it does seem pretty certain to me that he was triggered because someone was getting past him in the queue. Tell me what you think in the comments. What else could it have been? My viewer exited the roundabout and parked in at the first safe spot. What happened from here is again just down to what my viewer has told me. He does seem a decent, reasonable guy, so I've got no reason to not believe him. However, again, it could have been something totally different. It turned out he was a motorway cop, and he told my viewer that he'd seen many scenarios where late merging causes problems, but he did state that this was on a 70 limit. My viewer told the officer that this was merging at slow speeds, and it was what he was taught, and the officer seemed to get the point. The officer then went on to say that the lady behind our viewer was waving her hands when he emerged. Have a look for yourself, because I can't see anything. My viewer was let go without any fines, no paperwork, just this number of minutes talking to. But the question needs to be asked, why did he get pulled over in the first place when it's something, like we said right at the start, the highway code advises? Let's not forget the police officer also passed vehicles in lane 1. So realistically, all my viewer did was just pass a few more vehicles before he got in. There was little difference between him and the motorway cop. The police officer also said that being in the left-hand lane may have enabled my viewer to see some signs on the near side of the road. Because there were so many lorries and my viewer was in the right-hand lane, he may have missed them. But if that was really the case, I need to ask this question then. Why did the police officer leave it so late to actually get into the left-hand lane? Why didn't he start getting across to the left as soon as he saw the cars starting to queue? Honestly, not buying that. For me, it was a really poor showing by this officer. Other people around are going to see his actions and are going to be cheering, and it's going to fuel the brigade who want to queue early. And that actually increases congestion, and it goes against what's in the highway code. So this officer needs to brush up on his knowledge. As I've also said many times, these scenarios when two lanes are merging into one caused that many road rage incidents across the country, it's untrue. And this officer has done very little to help that situation. The general knowledge and understanding of these situations on UK roads is poor, but I didn't expect such poor knowledge from a motorway cop. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon.